OneWAY. Viewer discretion is advised. The following video contains strong language, which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. Thank you.
Hello, you're through to One Way only. No longer one way or another.
No more.
Because I had a fucking meltdown and I decided I didn't like the name anymore. James said he liked it, and I said, no, James, it's one way only now. And that's the real story of how it really happened. And you're having a glass of wine there, boss, yeah? Anyway, our topic today, guess fucking what? It's road rage, which I know nothing about. Ronnie fucking Pickering over here. He's just been showing me he's been doing TikToks where he's pretending to be Ronnie Pickering and that, so we'll float that in here somewhere as well. But yeah, you know what, right? So it really was Ronnie Pickering that made me think, you know what? But right, I'll tell you this first. So I had this incident, right, going back when I was watching Ronnie Pickering.
Did you drive? Funny. Do you drive for a starter?
Of course I fucking drive. I'm always driving around the fucking island.
Oh, right, yeah. Sorry, I didn't know. Like, cause I'm not a driver.
Do you know when you see me staggering out the pub and people say, "Do not get in that car"? That's me.
I know, but to be fair though, like we only kind of met up when you worked at Barbacoa. And I knew you a couple of times, I think, before when in the gym and that.
I used to drive to Barbacoa, and then I used to sit there drinking, and then I'd get a taxi home, and then I'd go to my first job at Amphi, and I'd have to get a taxi back to Barbacoa to pick my car up and then drive to Amphi. That was most days.
Because I obviously I knew you from the gym. You used to go to the gym a little time, like for a while, when you was over here, and I used to see you in the gym. But you used to just turn up for work, and I do remember. Like I was used to think, sometimes you used to go, "There's Rock's drive. Did you share a car?" At any point?
No, Rox can't fucking drive for shit.
Yeah.
When I first met Rox, I borrowed my ma's car for a few weeks because it crashed me own. And Rox went, we got down this nice place called Blundell Sands where it's quiet and they do all the driving instructors and that outside the Crosby, where all the footballers live, like Carragher and all that. And I was in this road and I went to Rox and went, you can have a little go. Do you want to try a 3.10? I have never. She went, I've drove BMs, I've drove this, I've drove that. She drove fucking nothing. Honestly, I've never heard gears squeal in such anguish and pain like that. I said, what the fuck are you doing? She was just like trying to rag it into fucking fifth. I was like, it's me ma's car, what are you fucking doing? She doesn't even know you yet. It was like the fucking second week we were going out. But yeah, Rox can't drive for shit.
But did you think she would have road rage though if she could?
Oh, yeah. But I tell you this, so when I was watching Ronnie Pickering, it reminded me, right, so I went through, I was going through for one of my fights, and I was to and from Total Fitness in the morning, going to work, and then I'd finish work, I'd teach fighting, and then I'd train till about 11 o'clock, and then I'd be back up at fucking 5 to start my training again, and then go to work and do the same. So it was like fucking 5 in the morning, and there was this fucking big 18-wheeler or whatever, like big fucking articulated lorry, and I must have cut him up because I was just fucking tired as fuck, and I just got out the gym and I'd just done legs, and my legs just weren't working because I'd been squatting and all that. I was just like, fucking, I basically just fucked him over, and then he just started like this. I was just like so fucking confident that I would kill anyone with a fucking punch at the time.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, so fucking tired. I was so worried that someone would kill me. I was like this. But I didn't even bother saying the words in the car. The window was up. So he must have thought that
I was about to say,
so I was just
have a sore throat. Yeah.
Like that. And then in the end, I just wound the window down. I'm like, you're a fucking knobhead. Just fucking put it back up, just drove off. And this fucking guy was just beeping and beeping and beeping. And then when I was watching Ronnie Pickering, I just thought, my story's just nowhere near as good as someone pulling over saying, do you know who I am? You know who I am?
But you get
Ronnie fucking Pickering.
I don't think it's a Cockney. You know who I am? You know who I am? He's up north somewhere.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought, to be fair, I thought he was Midlands or something like that.
Yeah,
maybe
something like that. Maybe, yeah. He's probably
Midlands or Leeds. I reckon.
You know who I am? You know who I am?
Someone knows who he is. But the best bit is when he pulls around them again and he opens the window, his missus is just sat, just like fucking devastated that she's now in the middle refereeing, and he's just like fucking trying to nail this guy.
See, in that video though, I thought the best person was the guy on the bike, because he knew. He goes, you know who I am? And he goes, no, who are you then? And he goes, Ronnie Pickering. He goes, Reggie, you.
He goes, who's that then? He goes, me. But when he pulls back up, just the fact that he goes, come on then, let's have a bare knuckle.
Yeah. Let's find out then. Let's find out. You know who I am when you find out.
Yeah. I'll fucking dust you.
So what? It's brilliant though, because I've seen before, and there's a video like in London, and these two, as you call them, white van men. Do you know what I mean? Like
white van man.
Yeah. They're like they pull up beside this cyclist, this woman cyclist, and they're like chatting her up and that, and fucking trying to slap her ass and everything. So then, and the next red light, she comes over. She just comes over and just rips the wind mirror off, takes it halfway down the road, throws it down like a wrong way, like a one-way street.
Wow.
And they were just like, and then the guy behind that was filming it all in his car just drives up and goes, "Serves you right, you pair of pricks."
Yeah. I mean, it's one of them. It's you know what, right? I've done my fair share in my teenage years of being a scrub. We had this lad who was actually originally one of my brother's mates, and fucking he started hanging around with us because at the time I'd played basketball in the high level, and fucking he was dead tall, and I got hanging around with him. But he had a car, and I was like, say 15. I wasn't in top year GCSE, I was just before. And he was driving us around, but he was like fucking just finished his A-levels.
Yeah.
So bit weird for him really, but you know, not for me. I was just getting drove around everywhere. So we just drive around the streets, and I'd be like leading up the car, woo, and then they turn around and go, not you, and all that. Like just fucking do people's head in and that, like what, like the amount of birds you could get there just having a fucking Ford Escort back in the day.
Yeah.
Nowadays you're gonna be driving a fucking Tesla or some fucking Prius or something, because apparently good cars are shit. But oh mate, yeah, fucking I used to be a little scrub and all that. Remember that fucking scrubs? Where
you're from in Liverpool, is it bad for road rage around there, or is it like, do you get a lot of heads around there?
A lot of heads.
A lot of hot heads.
Well, in Liverpool you call someone a head, they're like a G, a gangster, or a fucking heavy man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, mate, yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Like fucking, like I actually fucking remember I was in the fucking car park with a fucking ex about I must have been about fucking 2 stones soaking wet. And we were in the car park, in the fucking gas station. And she parked fucking dead funny on the thing. And he went, "Hey, you fucking daft bitch." And stuff. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm doing the fucking Yorkshire accent again. You fucking daft bitch and all that. And started just fucking calling her a daft bitch. And my initial reaction wasn't to get angry. I just burst out laughing because he called her a daft bitch. I thought it was funny, like. And I went to get out the car and I just looked at him, and there were like 4 fucking fellas that make me look small now, just sat in the car, and we were up in fucking Dingle. And I was like, God, this is fucking nasty. Yeah. And then they all looked at me and went, "Is she with you and that?" And like I said fucking nothing. I was like, yeah, she's with me, yeah. But I don't like her. I think we're getting broke up soon.
Yeah.
But like they were like, "Sorry, mate, didn't realise it was your bird. Thought she was by herself." I was like, "Oh, so sound." So it was all right to just fucking nail her to the cross when she was by herself. Some fucking little skinny lad comes out and you fucking, "Oh, sorry, mate, didn't want to fucking ruin your life." It's just fucking madness the way people's mind works in that road rage situation.
Yeah, because everyone thinks they're in the right anyway. So it's like, even if you're in the wrong, you're still going to be in the right if you're on the road, because everyone has their own way of driving.
I have had it. Like, I have had it. I mean, like, anybody who knows sort of Liverpool, like, the Jews used to get fucking kids on bikes doing wheelies down the road and all that. Like, I remember being in Seaforth, and there's this big fucking huge roundabout by the fucking Lidl. And honestly, mate, it's like fucking, it's right by the docks. So it's got 18 wheelers coming through it. It's got people ragging through. It's got dealers going through it all the time. People driving like maniacs. This kid was on his bike, all in North Face with a hoodie, going backwards against traffic around the roundabout, doing a wheelie. Just like didn't give a shit.
Oh
just
God.
Going fucking nuts. And I remember seeing it thinking, yeah, give a fucking shit. And it was... The reason that reminded me was I remember like these fucking lads, they must have been like 19, 20, and I was in the car on the way to the gym, Tierney's in Waterloo, and fucking this kid was just doing it down College Road because I had this flat in fucking Crosby, and he's just doing wheelies and that, but he's going as slow as he can, and he's in front of me. So I just fucking drove further and just binked the back wheel. And he just went skew if and fucking landed on the curb and had gone out and just went to fucking slap his head off because I was just that fucking pissed off. But by the time I'd got out the car and all that, his mates were screaming, going, fucking run, he's going to fucking hit you, he's a tank and all this. Like, and I just thought, what the fuck am I doing? Why have I got so angry? Would I have done that if he was 25 stone? Fucking, what? This fucking kid's on a bike, man. You just fucking binked his back wheel and you're fucking about to slap him. I just honestly, but it was just
like someone like Brock Lesnar like gets out and say, "Oh, yeah, just wanted your autograph."
yeah. But you know what it was? It was just like that fucking momentary thing. This cheeky cunt's taking the piss out of me here, doing these wheelies in front of 2 miles an hour while I'm trying to get the fucking gym. I'm gonna fucking show him what for. And I just fucking remember thinking, that's not me. What the fuck? I've had the car for 5 minutes and now I think I can just run people down in the street. So if that lad's watching, you're a cunt. But
I thought he was actually going to be
I do understand the feeling. No, fuck him, he's a prick. I should have slapped his head off. But my point is, like, I understand that some people get that feeling where they're just so enraged. Yeah. But at the same time, I managed to stop myself before it got fucking daft.
I think
if you don't count knocking someone off their bike with your car daft.
Yeah. But like, you know, my uncle, he's quite bad at road rage, but his is different. He has a problem with it's not people he has a problem with, it's traffic lights and stuff like that. You know, he thinks that every time that it goes red, it's because he's there, and I'm like, no, it's not because he's there. It's just the ethics of how the lights work. Do you know what I mean? Like, every time I fucking come to lights, fucking they go red, or do you know what I mean? It's always me. Why can't they ever be the car in front that gets to go first? Like, you know, like.
Yeah. I seen someone the other day. They pulled up in this fucking Audi. It's like an A4. And at the lights, and like an oldish woman was crossing. And they just started making this. I couldn't hear what they were saying. I was walking with the oldest Kurgan. And I was like, look my way, lad. You stopped and you're shouting at an old woman. Similar to what I've just said about the fucking kids on the bike. You chose to knock over a 20-year-old. But I was only about 24 at the time, to be fair. But it's just like, well, that's an old woman crossing the road. He was a biggish guy as well. But I was just looking at him. This was only about a week ago. I was thinking, you look my way, man. And then I just thought to myself, I'm not even in the car. I'm getting road rage. And I've got my kid with me who's 4. What the fuck am I thinking about? Just look my way. I'm going to fucking throw a Superman punch through your fucking window, you knobhead. That's just like fucking... I think maybe I've just got an anger issue, not road rage. I don't know. But I just got really... But to be fair, it was in reaction to him shouting. I mean, when I say an old woman, she must have been in her mid-40s. But she was by herself crossing at the fucking traffic lights. It was red. And he was just flipping on her, I assume, because she pressed the fucking button. I was like, what's your fucking problem, lad?
Yeah.
Fucking move on. Fucking stop being a helmet. If that was, like I said, if that was a 20-stone fella or me or someone, would you have fucking done the same? Because I'd have crashed the fucking all the way through your fucking window.
All about road rage with like tickets and that. Have you ever seen anyone get like, because obviously you do get the people that come back to the car. I've only been away for like probably 5 minutes, and there's a guy giving him a ticket, and then the arguments start. Like,
I don't know if I should say what I've done with ticket fucking people. There's one guy give you a fucking ticket, man.
The problem is,
people might know this kid from around Crosby. I mean, nothing to do with his race, but he's a black dude. He's the only black ticket inspector. The only reason I mention his colour is because he's the only one. There's like 2 white dudes and 1 black dude. But this guy's a cunt. Pardon my language. And he literally fucking ticketed me. And like, I was on my way back. I wasn't buying a ticket. I'd just gone in and thought I'd nip in and get some stuff from the Sainsbury's and then just nip back into my car.
Yeah.
And like, I just levered him with every horrible fucking word I could. You're a faggot, you're a cunt, you're a prick, you're this, that, and the other. And he just stood there with his head down, just took it for like 20 minutes. And I went, you're lucky I'm not a nasty bastard that spit in your face and twat you and all this. And he's like, you basically just ruined my life.
Yeah.
Verbal abuse for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And like fucking towered over me and made me feel that big in front of about 30 people in the car park. And you saying I should thank you because you didn't spit in my face and beat me to death. Oh, well, yeah, thank you. I was like, and then when I walked away from it afterwards, like part of me thought, well, it's just his job. And then I thought, what sort of cunt gets that job?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's absolutely mad though. It's crazy.
It's a stupid job. It's a stupid job. There's plenty of other jobs out there, and all you're doing is being the fucking lackey that takes a shit for people who just want to make money. Yeah. If you're a traffic warden, you deserve to be punished by being beaten with fucking large metal poles, very dull ones that are wrapped in towels, so it doesn't break your bones. It just bruises you really badly, so you bleed internally to death slowly over a long time. That's what they should do. So, all stories aside, you know, me getting really angry, stupidly, unnecessarily, where do you think the line is when it comes to road rage? I mean, obviously, you flip someone the bed, or you can tell them to fuck off, or whatever, but when... Is it the person in the other car? I mean, if you flick the bird to someone's nan, that's not acceptable, is it? But if it was some fella, it would be. Would it be if it was someone's wife? Well, there's no line, really, is there?
No, I mean, I don't even know if there's a law if you should aggravate other people anyway when they're driving. Do you know what I mean?
I think there is, yeah.
There is a law that you shouldn't, like, you know.
Yeah, basically, it's like fucking verbal assault, isn't it?
And taking someone else's eyes off their own.
Well, yes, distraction. Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, the line that I draw is just fucking till you run someone over. No, I'm joking. I just know. I think I find. It's never going to stop. It's just the same with racial abuse. There's always going to be some fucking idiot out there that thinks they're fucking above what everyone else says. So they're just going to carry on doing it.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Definitely. I mean, like, I was doing that whole fucking thing on Race the other week with Moorhead, and then we started talking about it, and then we got into football, and I was like, yeah, well, there are dickheads who seem to go to the England game and want to fucking say shit like that.
There are people that still live into. I'm just kind of moving off of that, like the road.
Yeah.
But like, just very quickly, like there's people that are living in that will never stop living in the 70s and early 80s when there were hooligans still fucking people up on the street, and they're still living in that past where they think it's all right to do stuff like that, you know.
Mate, you know what? It's cycles. You see, we went through the 80s and all that. Very conservative then. All of the fucking people felt like they were down. All the liberals were sort of fighting back. You got these fucking straight white males, a lot of them. I know obviously you had your Cash Pennants and stuff like that at West Ham, but a lot of these straight white males had no outlet because they were looked at as fucking middle class and had nothing to do. And they all went to football hooliganism and shit like that. And look at what it is right now. Me and you apparently are the most fucking evil people in the fucking world because my mum could afford a fucking Dairy Lee Dunker. You know, I just don't fucking see it being any different in 20 years' time to what it is in the fucking 80s, 20 fucking 30 years ago. Yeah. It's a cycle. It'll just keep moving and moving and moving. And you know, this is basically the 60s right now, where it's all the liberal free love. Like, there was a fucking protester the other day with their fucking tits out on the fucking road. Oh, look at me, I'm protesting and all that. There's loads of festivals going on and stuff. I know they're not quite the same as Woodstock and all that, where they're all fucking peace and love. But at the minute, this is the 60s again. We'll move back into the 70s and then the 80s, and it'll keep going like that. Well, then we'll be in the 90s where we'll be on the pills again. Good times. Then the 2000s will be on the lemo again, like we're back in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people are smoking weed at the minute, and it's very 60s.
Yeah. I mean,
I think it's just a big cycle.
To be fair, weed is, in my eyes, a bit of a pass away drug anyway. I wouldn't even classify it as a drug anymore, to be fair.
Well, I classify it as much as a drug as alcohol is.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
I mean, look at the states. The states pretty much legalized it in the majority of the fucking states.
Yeah.
It's just, there's so much fucking...
Obviously, I mean, like, there's rules also that has to be like, has to stop eventually, because obviously if you are selling, then and a dubious amounts and not paying tax for it. Do you know what I mean? Now, maybe they might bring a tax law into it. Like, you know, like if you're going to sell that weed, you need to pay tax.
They'll be taxing that in the States, mate.
That's what I'm saying.
Trust me. Yeah. I mean, one of the biggest arguments is if people are going to fucking still smoke it and spend 20 quid a day plus on it, why not fucking tax it? Because you're going to have to deal with the health bill at the end of the fucking decade. You know what I mean? And there are arguments that there isn't such a big health issue with weed, but it's the same as smoking at the end of the day. There definitely is. But I think the main thing is, if you legalise it, then you can test for it on the roads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I know they do drug testing now, just in case you're on something anyway. But you're more likely to test for the weed if you just see someone just here, there, and everywhere. I don't know. That's just one aspect. I don't really give a shit about people who smoke weed. I don't really get down with it because I just find getting slow and lazy.
Yeah.
It's just not something I enjoy. It's like I don't drink tea or coffee. It's not that I have a problem with people who smoke weed. Like fucking, I know a lot of people who love to smoke weed.
I used to smoke it back in the day. I mean, obviously, I stopped when I was about 18 because I was getting really paranoid, and I'd be the type of person that smoke a load of weed, and I'd just sit in my bedroom playing PlayStation and never go out.
Me and me mate Catty, we got that fucking stoned at this fucking lad's house once, right? That we fucking we were at this fucking party, and it was his younger brother's fucking mates, and we just turned up to crash it because we'd been to town and it was shit. And we just smoked weed, and we're not used to it, lad, because we used to go do the ecstasy and all that. Like, fucking, not that I'm admitting that, mum, never did it in my life. And like, we got the fucking turkey out the freezer, but we stuck it in the grill, not the oven, because we were hungry. And this sounds like a classic stoner fucking story, but it's true. I spit down, I get Catty to come on here and fucking confirm it. So we stuck it in the grill, and what happened was the grill just lit up on like the fucking gas grill, and it just burnt the top black, and then all this smoke come out, and then the fire come up the back, and then this girl came in, turned out to be this lad who house it was, sister, started spraying this little fucking mini fire hydrant on it and that. And me and Catty were fucking laughing our heads off. We were like,
it's one of them moments, though, isn't it?
Yeah. So while they were all dealing with this fire, this is the best bit. I phoned up the fucking, I can't remember what country it was. It was some African country, like the fucking Ghanaian fucking consulate. I literally went to the fucking operator and asked for it, left it off the hook. So they've got like fucking 4 hours worth of fucking calls to the Ghanaian consulate or whatever. And then we went through the back and found all their fucking ale, and we just nicked about 10 bottles of vodka. And then we fucked off back to Catty's. And you know what the best bit was? I woke up that morning in Catty's, he was still stoned and off his fucking head. And he had, you know, when cats rub their face like that, he had this fucking ginger cat, Oscar. He had trance music on, like fucking full blast that woke me up. And he had a red biro like that. And when the cat was rubbing its face on the biro, it was just drawing up the cat's face. Red lines, he had a red biro. And Catty just looked at him and went, have you seen this? Look, the cat's dead stupid. Like, drawing all over the cat. So after that, mate, I thought maybe I'd best give weed a miss.
Yeah. I mean,
good night.
Especially if you need road. Well, actually, it might pass some people down if they got road rage. But anyway, I think we've got to leave it there. Any more things you want to say about road rage?
No, don't do it. Be a nice guy or lady.
Or just or just be the superhero and just go and smack some young lad off his bike.
If you do it, my only advice is to do what the guy was with Ronnie Pickering did. Film it so I can watch it and have entertainment.
Yeah. I'll play that clip at the end of this, actually. of
do that one of you doing the TikTok. Put that one on. That's funny, that lad. Go on, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. And other than that, do not do anything else. Just sit anxiously at your computer and wait for our next video.
Yeah. Don't do anything. Stay there.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Or me and Neil will get road rage. Come around to your house.
Your bird's trying to shag you. Shut the fuck up. They're serious. They're going to make another video today. Fuck off. That should be you 24/7. Just waiting for us.
See you later, mate.
See you later, lad.
Come off then.
Oh, grow up, you fucking fool.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Do you know what I am?
You're a fool.
Do you know what I am?
You what?
Do you know what I am?
Do I care?
Well, you won't know when you pull up.
Come on, who are you then?
Ronnie Pickering.
Who?
Ronnie Pickering.
Who?
Ronnie Pickering.
Who the fuck's that?
Yeah, me.
No, what?